This very moist and tasty lemon cake is so easy to make at home. All you need are just some good lemons. Hey friends, I'm Chef Wainaina. Let me show you how I make my delicious lemon cake. Into this bowl, measure 1.5 cups sugar. We need about 4 lemons, and then using a microplane, I want to zest all these into the sugar. We'll set this aside for a second, and then take a small board. We are going to reserve these for the glaze that will go on top of the cake after it's all baked. And this zest will go into a bowl and set it aside. Cut these lemons into halves and squeeze the juice. Juicing all done. Now we will come back to the sugar, rub all this zest. This will release all the essential oils, which are very flavorful and carry all those citrusy, lemony flavors. The sugar gets sandy and looks moist. Smells good as well. Set this aside. Now into this bowl, open 2 packets unsalted and softened butter. I will save this paper to rub the leftover butter into our baking tin. Now, using a hand mixer, start creaming the butter. Once the butter starts to get fluffy, start incorporating the sugar. I'll use 1/3 of it. Add more sugar. Occasionally stop the creaming and scrape the sides of the bowl. I will also add the rest of the sugar at this point. And then cream until it's all fluffy. The sugar in the butter here is all creamed, very fluffy. A good time to start incorporating the eggs one at a time, 4 of them. Add 1 egg, mix until it's all blended in. Add the second one. Add the last one and cream until everything is incorporated. That looks good. Add some of our lemon juice. Attach more. Remember, this is a lemon cake. We need it to be nice, lemony, very citrusy. To enhance the flavors, add a touch pure vanilla. To add moisture into our cake, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of plain yogurt. The yogurt will make the cake very nice and moist. Just slightly blend it in. Perfect. Now I'll set this aside and go into the dry ingredients. All the ingredients used in this recipe will be in the description box together with their measurements. This recipe also makes perfect cupcakes. Now into this bowl, sift 3 cups all-purpose flour. You can use cake flour. That looks perfect. 1.5 teaspoons baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. This will give the cake a very good lift. Shake everything into the bowl. Press in any lumps. Add in about 1/2 teaspoon kosher salt. This is grainy, so it will not go through my strainer, so I have to add this direct. Sifting the flour makes it airy, which helps with also lifting the cake. Our creamy side or the wet side and the dry side all done. So before I go further, time to prep our baking tin here, and our oven is preheating at 350. It's all set. The timer just went off. Because I think this cake is going to have more lift than I expect, I'm going to add parchment paper on the sides. Now we will start incorporating the flour, the dry ingredients, into our wet ingredients. I'm going to start with just about a third. Start on very low here. We don't want to form any gluten, so we'll be very careful. Add the rest of this, and also add the rest of our lemon juice here. We are going to reserve some for making the glaze at the end. Incorporate all these. I will stop the blender and finish with a spatula. Just remember to scrape everything here. This is all goodness. As always, can't wait to taste this cake after it's all done. This is a very good project that you can do at home with your kids or friends. Bring all this together very carefully, and this is ready to go into our baking tin. So pour everything here, and this will head into the oven for between 45 and 50 minutes, all until a toothpick inserted in the middle of the cake comes out clean. Just tap it slightly to remove any air pockets. Into the oven it goes. This lemon cake has been baking in the oven for about 60 minutes or so. It come out nice, beautiful browned. We need to give it time to rest and cool down slightly before we flip it. This cake has been cooling for about 10 minutes. A good time to flip it so it cools down on the other side. Nice, beautiful brown. Just have a look at that. In the meanwhile, I'll continue doing the glaze. So for the glaze, remember our reserved lemon peel and then some of our lemon juice. Add 1 cup of powdered sugar. This goes in, and then into this bowl, just a touch of this lemon juice. You can either use a spatula or use a whisk. Just bring all this together. A tablespoon of lemon juice goes a long way. You want to be careful how much you are adding. We just need it to be nice and runny. This will graze the top of the cake, make it so delicious. Adding more layers of our lemon flavor. If it's a real runny, we can always add some more sugar. So I'll say about 1.25 cups. Just because of the lemon juice that I added in there. So this will await our cake to cool down and we'll be ready to enjoy. So this cake is all cooled down. A good time to start drizzling our glaze here. Just powdered sugar, some of our lemon juice, and the lemon zest. Just dot right on top. We don't want too much. We just want to enhance just a little bit of the flavor, but not over sweeten it. For me, just like so. Actually, this is optional. You can enjoy this cake just without the glaze and it's just as good. So we are going to give it some more time for the glaze just to attach itself and just stabilize. This glaze is all set now. We're gonna lift up this cake onto the board. Get to this corner, get 1 big slice here. Oh, that looks so beautiful. That's so beautiful right there. A good time to give it a taste. Just get a good piece right here. Just a very good time to taste this delicious, very lemony cake. You should be here tasting with me. So there you have it, very easy, delicious, easy to make cake that you can do on any day. It's a perfect dessert for your family or your friends. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Can't wait to see you in the next one.